Hello, we are live. We are live. We are live. That sounded weird. I'm kind of looking for okay. Possibly I have found it. Yes. Okay. So, I have a question and this is something that I actually just learned this weekend. Took me 44 years to learn this. What is a group of ravens? Ravens, not crows. What is a group of ravens called? Hello. Okay, so yeah, that's one thing that I learned um this week at work. And I think it's pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting. Um welcome. I'm a little bit earlier than I usually am. I'm like yeah, I feel very much like this is impromptu, but I really just wanted to go live because I wanted to see if everybody's weekend was exciting, like the reading said it was going to be. Was it exciting? Was it exciting? Please tell me. I want to know. I want to know. I mean, we're also obviously going to do some tarot, but I wanted to know. Oh, and I have one more little message, but we'll get there. We'll get there. I mean, I guess I could just tell you the message now. It's nothing like shocking or anything, but I feel like it's very important because me personally, I'm encountering it. And so, I feel like probably other people in the world are encountering this issue. Boundaries, 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 you know, having boundaries in life, good boundaries. It's really important. And I'm a really nice person. And sometimes I kind of still go along with things that I don't actually agree with or align with. And I've noticed that a lot of distractions come from doing things that I'm not really aligned with. It's a big distraction. Um, so I do want to kind of point out, I don't know, maybe you're amazing at setting firm boundaries. I am not. I am not. I'm getting better than I was, but I still have a whole lot of work to do. So, yeah, this is just my encouragement to you. If you are not amazing at setting personal boundaries, we can do this. We can do this. We will do this. And the universe will respect it. Okay. So, let's see. I wanted to do oracles and then I'm going to do tarot too, but I wanted to get like an oracle card for the astrological sign of Aquarius. Just a very, current energy, a current thing for Aquarius. Current energy card for the astrological sign of Aquarius. Let's just see which lunar nomad oracle comes out. Oh, okay. So nice. I like this one too. Bear. 15. 1 plus 5 is 6. Okay. So bear. Bear. Ooh. And familiar is on the bottom of the deck. Nice. 40. 4 plus 0, 4. Okay. So let's check this card out just a little bit, before I just get right to the reading. Let's kind of enjoy this moment for a second. Bear. Okay. So it's very much like Goldilocks, but she's sitting with the bears. She's not just using their home kind of like, an intruder. She's actually sitting down with the bear. She's having tea, I think. she's having tea. There's some snacks. There's some fruit on the table, but they're obviously very comfortable with each other, and they're obviously, having a pretty decent conversation. Like, they're picking up on something that they were once talking about the last time that they saw each other. It's a castle. It's very much like a fairy tale. Okay. She's got this beautiful wreath on her head. Okay. So, bear, and then familiar on the bottom of the deck. So, black cat, pretty much all you can see is the eyes, because the eyes are the windows to the soul, but also the eyes see everything else in the dark. In the dark. So, let's see. Bear 15. I open right to it. Hi, Hattie Beans. Hattie Beans, hi. Strength, mother, sustenance, providence, authority, and nourishment. Shelter and sustenance are offered at the table of the bear. This is an invitation to rest and refuel the body, mind, and spirit. Partake in this beautiful feast. Fall back into the Fall back into love and strength of the bear. The bear has a deep maternal instinct to provide food, shelter, and guidance. Allow yourself to be held in her embrace and enjoy this respite. When the bear appears, you are in a time of great need. Be open and honest about your needs and allow Mother Bear to extend her generosity to you. Well being is a delicate dance to balance body, mind, and spirit. The bear reminds you that your body allows you to move through and interact with the world. Okay. Hattie's kind of messing me up here. Goodness. Ask yourself, is this activity feeding my spirit or depleting it? Okay. Is this activity feeding my spirit or depleting it? And I was literally just saying boundaries, because I feel like in this past weekend, so many communications happened. Like, the cards actually predicted for Aquarius. So many communications happened, but also so many communications that were exciting and utterly pointless. I mean, some were very much not pointless. It was it was very much a very, very information communicating driven weekend for me, for this Aquarius in Arizona, okay? But a lot of it was kind of pointless and like a waste of oxygen, in my opinion, at least as it pertains to me. Um, so, and I kind of it got me really, thinking. A lot of the pointless stuff, it got me really thinking. And so I wonder if maybe possibly other Aquariuses, you know, um, did you kind of get thinking about something that was kind of pointless to you, because it was exciting? Because it was exciting, because it was communicated to you, because it was a cool idea or a neat story, but did it actually, like, benefit you in any way? Or, like, the question, is it feeding you? Did it feed you? Okay. And familiar, 40, that was on the bottom of the deck. Let's see. Familiar. I opened to 39, which is right before 40. Okay. Guardian, spirit guide, protector, warning, and shape shifting. Hui. A shadowy black cat gazes through her burning amber eyes. Her gaze is intent and determined. She stands in the shadows as an invisible watcher at your side. The familiar is your guardian spirit. She is called by many names in many traditions: spirit guide, guardian angel, totem animal, genius. She represents the unseen protection that always surrounds you. Okay. Spiritualists, shamans, witches, and healers have always worked with the benevolent spiritual forces that live in the invisible worlds, seeking their wisdom, protection, and guidance. These positive spirits can move between worlds and access time, space, and information that seem out of reach to most of us in our physical bodies. Okay, so there's another mention of the physical body. Another mention of the physical body. Let's see what this says. Okay. The familiar is a special friend in your spirit circle. She is the closest guardian and speaks to you through dreams and messages. She creates signs and synchronicities and finds a ways to lead you deeper down the path of discovering goodness. She can travel between worlds and manifest in other physical forms to show you truly the right direction to go. Okay, so when the familiar appears, you are invited to work with your spirit circle. This is your collective of cosmic helpers, spirit guides, angels, ancestors, and masters. They surround you all the time, helping you grow your light and looking after your well being. They're protective companions that support, love, guard, and guide you. Their intention is to show you how beautiful and powerful you truly are. Okay. So, interesting. Okay. So, I'm taking that as well exactly what it said, there your spirit circle, your spirit tribe, the unseen forces that are protecting Aquarius, they're always around you. Listen to your intuition, listen to your gut feelings because I feel like these guardian angel type spirits, familiars, they're going to be kind of coming to you in the form of your gut feelings, of your intuition. And whenever I was hearing all of the information because I was really excited to hear all these things this weekend, there was a little part of me that was like, I didn't ask for this. Why is it being presented to me? And why is it being presented to me and then this in a way that's like, "I really want you to do this. I really want you to do this." And, I wanna be open-minded. I wanna be open-minded and be excited and think, "Okay, maybe this is the way I'm supposed to go." But also, the person in me that's been, like, really lied to and really screwed over in the past was kinda like, is this just like some kind of distraction? Is something just trying to distract you from where you are right now? And I really think that that was that. And so I'm kind of believing that that was, well, probably Hattie Beans because obviously she's my familiar. But yeah, my guardian angel. And then we had the bear. So the bear is nurturing, sustenance. It's also hella protective, hella protective. I mean, that tells me, obviously, we're supposed to be listening to ourselves, but also the energies and the communications and the stories that were communicated to me included so much movement. But then the card, the bear, kind of tells me probably not supposed to be a time of movement for Aquarius, Not. It's a time to recuperate, to rest, to nourish your body, to nourish your soul. It's like lazy energy, kind of. I love lazy energy. I love being lazy. I did I do a lot of work, so I love it when I get a chance to be lazy. Um, that's interesting. That's very interesting. So, let me see here. Oh, okay. So I was stuck on the question and I never even went back to the chat. I'm so sorry, everybody. Hi. Hello, Deborah. Hello, Devaya. Hello, Kim. How are y'all? It's so nice for you to be here. Oh, really? You've seen kestrels lately. Kestrels are beautiful. They really are so beautiful. And like they're small, but they are so fierce. So fierce. Um, have you asked Google what the spiritual meaning behind a kestrel is? Ah, Devaya. Yeah. It's kind of sad. I feel like probably a great majority of children We're not allowed to have boundaries. And I feel like that's where so much of humanity's trauma stems from is childhood, you know? Yeah, definitely ask Google, Deborah, what kestrels mean. I know what hawks mean, but I'm sure kestrels have a slightly different meaning than just hawk. Hawk most definitely indicates to keep your focus. Keep your focus. And I don't know how your weekend went, but I definitely encountered a lot of distractions this weekend, and they were dressed up very pretty. They were dressed up very nice. They were dressed up, disguised as possibly even profitable, but I'm already pretty profitable, and it was like that was just something that I wasn't really looking for. So, I was like, "Why? This is not even remotely on my plans of what I wanna manifest for myself." So, that's kind of one of the key that was one of the key factors for me. I keep shuffling and Hattie's like, "Ugh." But, yeah, whenever I realized it wasn't part of my actual manifestations for my life, for myself, that's when it really kind of hit home, like, "This is a distraction. This is kind of just put into place to kinda, like, waste my time, get me distracted off of what I am accomplishing." Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, it is the year of the snake, so, I mean, there's something to be said for that. And snakes, you know, go with your gut because the snake was spoken of as being, be wise as serpents in the Bible, but then also, snake was also used to describe this voice that, led Eve to, what is the word? Well, we know what Eve did, but it led her down the path that she wasn't really intended to go on. It was the big instigator of a lot of awareness of problems. It's kind of like my own personal interpretation of that particular story is they were basically living in heaven on earth in the Garden of Eden, but then the snake made Eve think made Eve doubt it. And then they became aware of everything. So they were aware of emotions, aware of lies, aware of truths, aware so much. And I've often said like the more I learn, I realize the more I don't know. But also there is kind of like something to that saying of ignorance is bliss. Because the more I know, I kind of feel sometimes the more confused I get. And sometimes the more sad and depressed, kind of disappointed in the world around me. So, oh, no, I'm sorry that you keep losing it. I'm sorry. It's okay. You keep coming back. That's what matters. You keep coming back, you know? Just that made me think of everybody falls down, but what's the important part is how you get yourself back up. That's what everybody pays attention to. Everybody falls. But yeah, it was a pretty intense weekend for me, I'm not gonna lie. How was everybody else's weekend? Okay. That's the second time a card has just popped out when I'm shuffling. And I'm thinking of everybody in this chat right now. I'm thinking of everyone. I'm thinking Deborah, I'm thinking Devia, I'm thinking Kim. Um, no worries, Deborah. Hello, Miss Merida. What does that mean? I'm gutted. I don't know what that means. That sounds like it could be kind of horrible. Or, Merida, I'm doing good. I mean, every day that I wake up and my body works and I have food and I have water and shelter, it's great. It's a great day. So, and I have all of those things today. So, how are you, Merida? We're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about this. The star was in the deck in the split whenever it popped out. And this right here. So, the King of Cups. The King of Cups, water sign male, father figure energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. But I mean, and sometimes I do just see him as a father, but there are some times when I kind of see the King of Cups as Jesus because he kind of embodies that kind of loving, caring, protecting energy. Now that's reversed in this, okay? But when we also had like the 10 of Wands reversed. So kind of is indicating to me that possibly there's a lack of some kind of protection from a father that created a difficult road in life, a difficult path to travel in life. Created There's a fly. That's not what it created. I'm just telling y'all. And now all of the cats they're in attack mode. But I'm going to protect my laptop and move my Dr. Pepper in case anything chaotic happens. Um, but yeah, it's kind of just on a very broad scale. It gives me this father figure energy, not really being there, not really being the protector, not really being the provider, not really having like compassionate, unconditional love. And it created some kind of a struggle, a struggle in life, getting out of that. Realizing because the star was upright when the other two cards were reversed. So, Aquarius realizing their own power, their own potential, their own ability to protect themselves, stepping up and kind of being their own father. So, what is coming up for the next 3 months? Fall. Fall and winter, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, and Halloween. I couldn't help it. I'm a smartass, so, I couldn't help it. We'll ask that question. We'll see what happens. Right now, it was just kinda shuffling, kind of going along with kinda trying to trail along with my lunar nomad oracles, which was bear and familiar. And they kind of do kind of go together. It gives this energy of especially whenever we have the familiar right here, those are all stars, and Aquarius being the star. Okay, and see that man reversed behind it? That also goes really good with like it kind of mirrors completely the King of Cups reversed, There's some kind of masculine figure. It could also indicate it could specifically for people specifically it can be all kinds of different masculine figures, but generally as a whole, it's kind of like this leader, this provider energy not being around, and it created some kind of an issue, some kind of a problem, some kind of a difficulty. And then Aquarius is learning, like currently learning. It's like getting ingenious with your trauma, getting ingenious with your pain, getting ingenious with it and learning how to make it work for you instead of work against you. Guiding yourself with the familiar, listening to your gut, paying attention to your surroundings, trusting in your guardian angels because they are around. They are always around. discernment. That's another good word. Well, I think possibly Deborah might have gone since she said she was going to, and I guess we may not know what that one phrase, "I'm gutted" is. Let's just we don't need to call 911, do we? Not that I would know where to send them to. I think that maybe possibly she's had a rough time. Maybe Deborah's saying that she feels exposed, or possibly it was a typo. So, okay. Let's keep moving. I love this. When I stopped on justice. Justice is a beautiful energy. Beautiful energy. That's the air conditioner coming on. And hold on, because I have the windows open and we don't need that. We don't need the air conditioner. Sorry, honey. Did I startle you? I'm sorry. She's like, "You're waking me up. You're disturbing my slumber." Yeah, let's talk about Aquarius and the future. A little bit more long-term future. Back to kind of like that energy of the year of the snake, because it is the year of the snake. Next year we will be going into the year of the horse, but the year of the snake is many, many, many energies. But also, very importantly, because it is one thing that snakes always do, transformation, completely transform. They shed. So we still have like 3 months left of the snake energy. So, and it completely snakes completely shed their whole skin, they take all of their skin off and they have new skin underneath. So it's not like they're left without skin, without any protection, without that kind of a protective sensory barrier, but there is a massive change that goes on in between. So kind of keep that in mind when you're thinking about this year and the rest of the year. There's a great possibility for epic change, you know, um, but you'll be okay. You will be okay. It may be grand, it possibly could be shocking, but you're gonna be okay. You're gonna be better, actually. The snake always feels better after it sheds its skin. So, it's getting rid of all of the things that are no longer necessary. Oh, you're a rabbit. So, isn't the rabbit last year? I feel like it was last year. Oh, no, it wasn't. Last year was the dragon. What am I talking about? Last year was the dragon. Well, I am a monkey. I am a metal monkey. Do you know what element you are, Merida? Because the element is it's pretty important. It gives you a good idea of how you're going to harness that animal's energy. I'm a metal monkey, so that is called the fighting monkey, and that makes a lot of sense. I've always enjoyed a good argument. Hey, what are y'all doing? I'm sorry. This table is literally like 2 feet by 5 inches. It's not quite that slender. What are you doing? Yeah, you gagged because you're not supposed to be doing that. And all of the cats need to be up here right now. Okay. I need you to not do that, honey. I need you to not. Okay? Can you? Thank you. They like to distract me because they want me to pay attention to them. Future Aquarius. Let's just talk about the near future. Let's talk about the near future. Let's talk about the rest of August. Let's do that. Let's talk about the rest of August for Aquarius. Okay. The Lovers reversed. Okay. So, Gemini energy, karmic relationship energy, some kind of situation that you thought maybe you loved, possibly not really working out, realizing that it was one of those lessons put in your path to cause you to grow, to cause you to learn more about yourself, appreciate yourself more, set boundaries. Set good, firm boundaries that respect yourself and respect your authenticity and your own authentic, unique path on this planet. And then we have the 3 of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Now that one is upright. The others, the Lovers, that's reversed. So, oh, that's my neighbor. She's just kind of talking loud. Um, I feel like this is a new plan. This is a new place. This is a new direction. This is 2 new people coming into the picture after a personally heartbreaking situation has gone. There's the 3 of Wands is this one man, and there's three staffs, 3 wands, and he's looking out into the desert. There's some mountains on the horizon, far, far off in the distance. His sleeve, he's kind of like the mastermind of this whole thing. This is like he's not starting completely from scratch. He has a little bit of money, a little bit of stability to put in place. He also has 2 other people that agree with his plan. They agree with his thoughts, and they can also put the money forth as well. They all want to come together and they want to make this thing grow. Um, and this guy, the guy who's holding the wand, the guy who's looking out, he has no doubts whatsoever. He is completely sure of himself. He has no doubts. He most likely has the energy of boundaries because he knows what he wants. He's completely sure about what he wants. And he's found 2 other people that trust him and that are going to go along with him. Most likely kind of like investors. So, that's coming. The rest of August for the astrological sign of Aquarius. Ace of Cups reversed and the 8 of Swords reversed. Okay, nice. Okay. So there's a massive love that was lost. And I think I talked last week about how Aquarius has been able to heal themselves um, after a massive loss. And probably a couple of massive losses over, let's just say, the past 5 years. It could be 5 to 10 years, but the last 5 years. So there's been, and I was talking about how Aquarius has been able to heal themselves. But I feel like the one thing that has still kind of not come back as strong as it was before was the love part, like the sweet love part, the part that actually really loves so much, that part that it kind of brings tears to your eyes, like tears of joy, that kind of energy. It's become hardened because of the pain that Aquarius had to endure. Now, 8 of Swords reversed. Okay, we're breaking out of that. Breaking out of that. Like the lost love, not being able to feel that, not wanting to feel that, possibly feeling like it can never possibly come back because it was so completely demolished, devastated by lies, by deception, other people. Um, it is going to be coming back. And also upright behind that, the 8 of Pentacles. This is telling me that good hard work and doing what you love, doing what you have always wanted to do, doing what you have always done that you know is tried and true, even possibly what you were taught to do. Like this might be a thing that your mom did or your father did or your family, but it's very consistent. It's very dependable. That is going to be helping you to realize your love. That is going to be helping you to realize and get out of this love is not there anymore. Love sucks. Anything kind of pessimistic in that way. I kind of want to like be quiet so I can eavesdrop on my neighbor, but I'm not going to. Merida, this reading is just for Aquarius. We're doing the rest of August. We are just touching on the future, as in the rest of August. What's going on for the rest of August for the astrological sign of Aquarius? Okay. So, no, Rory. We're not going to walk on the laptop. The devil, Capricorn energy. Okay. That kind of came out at like an angle, kind of a wonky angle, face down. So, most definitely, this is not something that you're actively like fighting. This is not something that you're actively aware of, but most definitely it could be like some sneaky energies, some sneaky people. And that's why it's going to be important to remember familiar energy. Guardian angels are always around you. Protection is always around you. A lot of times communicating to you in your gut feeling, your intuition. So paying attention to that. When something is happening and you're kind of like, wow, this is pretty exciting. This is really grabbing my attention. Is it real? Is it true? Is it something I should pursue? Should I give it my energy or should I put a boundary up? Your intuition, your gut feeling is going to tell you, trust it. Because and this just reaffirms it even more. The high priestess, trust your gut feelings, trust it. Because your body knows, and your spirit guides, your guardian angels, your familiars, the ones around you keeping you safe, your ancestors, they know and they want to keep you safe. Okay. But most definitely, there is some kind of tricky energy trying to trip you up. Probably because you're on a really good path. When you're already struggling and you're not really making any progress, I kind of feel like the devil kind of leaves people alone a little bit because you're struggling. That's what he likes to see. Um, but when you're onto something and you're about to make something big happen and you're about to really make your life beautiful for yourself and you're on the right path, the exact right path that you were created to do, then it kind of seems like the tricksters get woke. They get awoke. They get woke and they're kind of like, "Ooh, let's go mess with them. They're doing good. They're happy. They're about to be so unbelievably fulfilled. Let's go mess with them." So, persistent, persistent, but also predictable. Persistent but predictable. So, Aquarius again, Eight of Pentacles, it's a possibility that Aquarius might be encountering some kind of trickster energy, some kind of shady energy at work. It's interesting because when the devil is upright, it can also just represent working very hard. Um, I don't think that there's any, I don't really think that there's any kind of inclination to working very hard or not really working very hard, anything like that for Aquarius. I think it truly is something else. There's some kind of secretive stuff that's going on. And it looks like it's kind of possibly trying to take confidence away from Aquarius. But Aquarius knows better. Aquarius knows better. Okay. So if you do have that feeling at work, just trust it and act accordingly. Trust your gut, act accordingly. Boundaries. I still want to clarify though. The devil. Let's clarify this. Okay, fell face down in my lap, kind of a little bit chaotic in its way down. This is most definitely something that you're not really like I don't wanna say you're not prepared for it, but this is not something that you're aware of. This is something that is kind of almost gonna, like, try to sneak up on you. And then we have the 3 of cups right here on the bottom of the deck. This comes from a person who has some kind of a broken family home, kind of some kind of broken love, broken family type situation, and they're coming in this form, 3 of cups form, celebration, having a good time. Let's go have drinks after work. That kind of energy. They're trying to spy. They're trying to get your information. Ooh, it got so bright. They're trying to get your information. They wanna know what you know. They wanna know what your actions are. They wanna know about you, what's going on with you, so that they can try to trip you up some more. So, the best way to the best way to function in this energy, especially at work, is just be careful what you say. Be careful what you say and who you say it to, because there's some kind of trickster dark energy, possibly a Capricorn, who's floating around trying to make things bad for you. But they're not really going to be successful unless you just tell them your whole entire life story, which I kind of don't think you're going to. If you feel the inclination to tell someone your whole entire life story, really stop before you get all the words out. Okay. Stop and ask yourself, do I really want to say this? Okay. Let's go back to this deck. Let's go back to this deck for the rest of August for the astrological sign of Aquarius. The rest of August for the astrological sign of Aquarius. The rest of August. Okay. 6 of Swords and the Fool. Okay, that's beautiful energy. That's beautiful energy. You're going to keep your thoughts kind of to yourself. Most definitely keep your dreams and your plans to accomplish your dreams to yourself. And you're going to find yourself sailing to safety after a period of tribulation, after a period of like stormy waters, murky waters, rough waters. It hasn't been an easy process. It has not been a completely easy passage. There have been a lot of things that have been a lot of anxieties, worries that have been sent to you to try to sink your ship. They haven't been successful in sinking your ship. And now you're going to find yourself in the full energy, brand new, completely brand new. A brand new opportunity, a brand new, yeah. And see, death reversed. Someone's definitely trying to make something kind of end for you. They're trying to create an end for you, trying to create a problem for you, a problem, an end in where you are having some kind of success and probably destined to realize more success, like possibly promotion type energy. Someone's trying to get in the way of that. It's not going to happen. Okay. It's not going to happen. You trust your gut. You don't tell everybody everything. And you're going to be rewarded with some kind of brand new adventure, while also that brand new adventure is calm after a massive storm, a massive emotional and mental storm. Someone's caused a lot of chaos in your mind, which has caused internal turmoil. Okay. So I don't know how it is all around where everybody is that's watching, but here you can tell that it's getting to be fall. You can very much tell the light the light has changed just a little bit outside. I noticed it 2 days ago. And I asked my coworkers, I was like, "Did y'all notice how the sun is different?" And they're like, "What are you talking about?" It's like the light outside. It's not as high up in the sky. It's a little bit more to the side. It's fall. It's fall. It's coming. It's here. I'm going to take a drink. Cool. Yeah, I've never been to the UK. So, I mean, I kind of figure that most everybody on the planet could probably tell when the sun is moving, when the earth is moving, but I don't really know because I haven't been there and I'm not there. But that's cool. So you can even notice it in the UK. My neighbor last night, he told me that this neighbor that's talking right now was wanting to exterminate all the cats in the neighborhood, which is illegal. Um, so part of me is like, is this like her exterminator? She's really kind of mean. But she also leaves in the wintertime, so she won't be here for much longer. She'll go back to the warm. She'll go back to the valley when it's cold. Who wants to kill cats? Oh, wow. One day with Juniper and one day without. That's wild. That's wild. My junipers, my house is kind of surrounded by juniper, actually. It's doing very well. There are just massive berries. Massive berries. Let's see. Let's see how is let's ask. What should I ask? Mother-in-law has 4 cats. Children had a great time with them. That's so good. I love that. I love cats. I love children too. I love well-behaved children. My cats are kind of like sometimes not well-behaved children. They ripped the screen off of one of my windows. And I told them, I was like, "This is our house. Do you want us to live in a trashy house with torn up screens? Are you serious? This is our home." They just looked at me like, "It wasn't me. It wasn't me." You find well-behaved children with well-behaved parents. It's the truth. You learn what you live. If good people have good kids, that's not like a dig or anything like that, but it's true, you know. Good people have good kids. Okay. Let's ask a little bit for fun. This is things could change. It's kind of a great amount of time. But let's see. Honey beans. Okay. Honey. There's just not enough space to do the cards with her walking everywhere. She's quite large. Let's ask about the wintertime. Let's just see if we can get some wintertime energy for the astrological sign of Aquarius. Did she accept the rules, Devaya? Because I know they understand what we're saying. I know that for sure. Hattie absolutely knows what I'm saying. And so do my others. So does Rory, so does Grace, so does Hudson. They know. Hey, I'm gonna this next shuffle is gonna be directed towards winter for Aquarius. Winter for Aquarius. Winter for Aquarius. So, okay, winter for Aquarius. Okay, so Knight of Swords reversed is on the bottom of the deck for winter for Aquarius. Okay, so that's kind of like some quick messages that are communicated that are kind of not true, you know, kind of like some gossip, some gossipy type energy. It's also Gemini energy. And then we have Knight of Pentacles, and we have the Eight of Cups, and then we have the Six of Cups. So it's Virgo energy with Knight of Pentacles, but this is being in a position where this is a guaranteed gift of abundance. This is money that is absolutely coming to Aquarius no matter what. It's guaranteed. It's on its way. You know, you can count on it. Like you can mark it on a calendar. Um, Ace of Pentacles as well. Here we go. Figuring out how to work smarter, not harder. Smarter, not harder energy. And this was popping up in the very beginning of this live stream. But then we have the Eight of Cups. Okay. So I'm kind of taking that as because then we have the Six of Cups right afterwards. A reunion, a very sweet reunion, going back to something that is like nostalgic, possibly even meeting up with, your family, people that you grew up with when you were a child. It's happy memories, which goes very well for the time. It's the holidays. It's going to be the holidays in the wintertime. So that makes a lot of sense. But the biggest action here is the Eight of Cups. And that's walking away from something that Aquarius has done for a very long time. But it's because Aquarius, it's the energy of knowing that it's the time to walk away, knowing that that's all there is to offer. We're going to try something new. So there's not any anxiety, any confusion. There's nothing like that tied with that energy. It's knowing it's time to go. Okay. And it's possibly being the confidence is possibly being assisted by this Knight of Pentacles energy, which is Virgo energy. But like I said, guaranteed gifts of abundance, guaranteed money. I mean, I think that's pretty, that's the winter time. That's just very general wintertime energy for Aquarius. Walking away from something that they know has nothing left to offer them and going to something better, going back to something that you kind of miss, going back to something that you loved when you did it. There was only good memories, possibly going back to people. It could be people. In fact, it most definitely is people. Um and having the security of the Knight of Pentacles, this money that's coming, you know it's coming. You can count on it, like I said. Um Walking away with this Knight of Swords reversed is very much like walking away from the bullshit, you know? Walking away from this time possibly where lots of gossip has been spoken, lots of things possibly were promised but never actually manifested. Um and it you Aquarius had a lot of love in this situation that they walk away from. But they're ready to tackle a new challenge and a new adventure. And even so, with the Six of Cups, that can be somebody who's traveling with you. Page of Swords on the bottom of the deck. And again, the card that started this live, one of the cards from the tarot, the Three of Wands. Okay. It was the Ace of Cups reversed and then the Three of Wands moving forward. Okay. Page of Swords, you've kind of got your eye on it. Also, this opportunity that you're walking away to begin, this new project, this new adventure, it's kind of watching you too. It's very much watching you. It's almost like the universe knows that possibly the thing that you're having to walk away from, you weren't getting what you deserve. You were not getting equal to what you put in. And it's ready to change that for you. It just kind of needs you to take some steps. Ace of Swords. Okay. Aquarius has their eye on this, like the castle with the money, with the security, everything. That's the whole kit and caboodle. That's what is on Aquarius's mind, which beautiful, and it's true. It's right. It's yours. It's meant to be. It's fate. It's destiny. It's magic. It's absolute. It's absolutely what is for you, what is for Aquarius. I mean, with powerful, confident, absolute energy and vibes like this, taking action, there's no way to fail. There's no way to not find this. There's no way to not reach the 10 of Pentacles. And there's some assistance. It's like there's two other people helping. Two other people helping. Temperance reversed. Okay. So you could encounter this. This is also Sagittarius, December energy. And we have the Ace of Pentacles reversed on the bottom of the deck with that as well. Possibly my personal interpretation of this immediately just now is possibly don't try to walk away from anything in December. Because I feel like December, it's Christmas. Everybody's always going broke at Christmas because they're buying for everybody. Maybe be very conservative in the month of December. Also, there's a possibility that Aquarius could be coming across some people or situations that are a little bit iffy, not concrete. Um, Maybe a little bit excited on like an intoxication type situation, drinking a lot, and someone says something, and then they kind of next day wake up and they're sober, and it's not they're kind of like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. I don't really want to do that actually." Just be very cautious. Be very conservative in the month of December. Don't don't give away your Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, just Two of Swords reversed and the Four of Pentacles with the Fool on the bottom of the deck. Okay, yeah. Walking away from this brand new not walking away from a brand new situation, walking away from an old situation, taking this pretty decent, sizable, guaranteed abundance with you, getting out of any kind of mental confusion, mental battle, doubt, no more doubt, and realizing that you have this amazing foundation for this new opportunity, this new adventure. It's new, it's completely shocking, it's exciting, it's perfect for the new year. And yeah, like just be kind of conservative in the month of December. That's really what I feel like this is. Be conservative in December. Also, do not be discouraged by people that can't make their mind up. Okay? Don't be discouraged. Keep going, keep dreaming, keep moving forward because you're going to find success like right after. Okay. That's I think I'm gonna end the live there. I think that was pretty good. I'm definitely gonna go live again. Oh, Deborah, I'm kind of done now. I think I got I think I got the message out. We circled back around, got all the way back to the cards that we started with, the 3 of Wands. And it's good. It's good energy. Just believe in yourself and listen to your intuition. Boundaries, boundaries, boundaries. Also, highlight of the reading that devil energy that is coming around that's really kind of wanting to take things down for Aquarius, wanting to cause trouble, wanting to cause problems. Just stay focused on your dreams and what you're moving towards. Stay focused on what you know you want for yourself. Stay focused on what you know you are manifesting for yourself. And just ignore the other people. Aquarius is fantastic actually at ignoring people. Um, be kind of private. Be kind of private, especially at work, because they're not going to be successful. And, if you do kind of pay attention to that energy, it's a possibility it would bring your vibe down. And, we don't accomplish our dreams and our goals when our vibes are low. So keep your vibe high. You are going to win. You're going to win. Currently, today, if you can, today, tomorrow, Wednesday, um, take a nap. Be kind to yourself. Feed yourself a very good, healthy meal with real food, vegetables. Feed your brain, feed your heart. Um, be your own mother. Be your own mother. Okay. They're coming, Devaya. They're coming. They're coming. Okay. I love you all very much, and I want to thank you for being consistently and amazingly supportive for so long, all the time. It's awesome. I was really like I had like a really long quiet weekend in real life. I mean, it was not quiet, but it was for me it was quiet because there's not like a close person that I share all these things with. So, but I do share these things with you guys. So I was really excited to do this live. So you guys could help me. Selfish, but you do. And thank you so much. I did. I talked about the end of I didn't do the next 3 months, but I did do for Aquarius. So, and that was my intention for today, just Aquarius. I'll go live again, probably Wednesday. Probably Wednesday, maybe just a little bit later than today, unless today was, like, a really good time. If it was, just comment down below if today was a good time or comment in the community post that I created, and I can try and do it at this point in time, so okay. I'm sweating now. I'm gonna close the windows and get the air conditioner back on, and I will be, recording some more videos for you guys also, like every week. And I love you all. I hope you have a really good rest of your day. Thank you for being here.